So this next project is for Meadows Primary School, and it's located in Broadmeadows in Melbourne. The client, again, was the Victorian School Building Authority, and we won this project just at the start of the pandemic, right when Broadmeadows had been classified a hotspot. The school was awarded $6.48 million for the construction of a new classroom building to accommodate 200 students as part of the 2020 stimulus budget. And the building had to be designed and constructed within less than 18 months. So as part of this stimulus package, part of that was you need to deliver it as quickly as possible. So early in the master plan process, we were able to gain an understanding of the school's unique condition and setting. The student population comes from diverse backgrounds, with over 70% of students with English as an additional language, and a high number have experienced trauma. The school buildings were originally constructed in 2010, and they were designed to accommodate 3 surrounding schools merging onto the one site. And the buildings, as you can see here, sorry, I wish I had a pointer, but comprise of a series of square, open plan, flexible teaching spaces or learning centres. Unfortunately, the school will experience a range of issues with the existing buildings, including roof leaks, which were causing mould and damp inside, just a whole another raft of maintenance issues. Anthony Potesta, who you can see there in the khaki slacks, is the school principal, and it was he was the key to the success of one of the really important keys to the success of this project, and a really influential force. He had a really clear understanding of what the school's current issues were and what the school needed in terms of their new buildings. And I think in terms of delivering this project within that time frame, if we didn't have someone such as Anthony, it would have been a much more difficult process. Anthony was really clear that the existing learning centres didn't meet the needs of the school students. The spaces were loud and distracting and overwhelming for many of their student cohort. These spaces provided particularly difficult settings for students with English as an additional language and from those trauma backgrounds who ideally need calm, safe, quiet, secure environments. And the school had invested a lot of time and energy in trying to make these buildings work for them, including erecting their own partitions, putting in Hessian bags to prevent acoustic transfer, providing their own acoustic baffles to the ceiling, and using furniture as a way to divide the spaces, but ultimately just wasn't working. So our task was to design a new building which met the specific needs of the students for the school. So the proposed design included the new classroom building, which you see to the south west corner, as well as external play spaces and landscaping around the building itself, and we're also able to squeeze in the refurbishment of one of their existing learning centres. The placement of the building is to the southwest corner. It's really was only the only remaining area on the site which provided a viable siting. And the long single-storey building is orientated with its long access north-south to fit within the western boundary and the existing play spaces. So the planning of the building is intentionally rational, with equal-sized classrooms, staff areas, seminar rooms and amenities arranged off a large central corridor. The entry points are a key focus of our design, is where we spent a lot of attention to the detailing. I think on a VSBA project you need to know where to invest your time and energy to try and get some design into the final outcome. So the entry to the north connects the new building to the existing campus and is articulated with a folded metal screen, providing shade and shelter to the external seating area below. So it provides a nice spot to sit, but also a good spot to trade your Pokemon cards at recess. And to the east, a large skillion roof opens out towards the new landscaping and playground. It's clad in a Dampelon facade to provide diffuse light into the large central flexible teaching and group area space within that entry. And to the south, a new public face for the school is established, with a new entry provided along this Cooper Street frontage, providing an additional point of access for the school. Damp-along cladding is used again to provide diffuse light into the entry and classroom spaces beyond, deep eaves to the west to provide shade to the hot afternoon sun. Other than these 3 entry points, the remaining building is comprised of a simple gable roof form referencing the surrounding suburban context. Brick walls are punctuated with black recessed window bays, and the roof pitch provides ample area to accommodate the large array of PV cells which powers the school's heating and cooling system. Internally, the large central corridor is articulated in 2 main ways, with entry points into classrooms demarcated by these double height spaces with skylights above, drawing natural light into the centre of the plan. A geometric play of colour is also used as a wayfinding device, and paired with corresponding locker bays to allow students to easily identify their class, their locker. Classrooms were intentionally kept neutral at the express interest or direction of Anthony. They provide calm, acoustically separated spaces for the students. The landscape was a really important consideration as well. Each classroom has a view out, offering natural ventilation, light and aspect. Paved areas adjacent, some of the classrooms you see to the bottom of the plan, provide opportunities for external teaching areas and self-regulation for students. Planting was placed directly adjacent the building to soften its edges and provide much needed greenery in an otherwise quite barren setting. Okay, despite the challenges of the pandemic, material shortages, a compressed time frame, the collaborative effort of the contractor, the broader consultant team, and us meant that we were able to deliver a project that went above and beyond the stated brief. We're able to refurbish the existing learning centres to provide acoustically separated classroom, repair leaking and damaged roofs, but most importantly, provide real improvement to the experience of the students and staff at Meadows Primary School. This is a project, I think, as a practice we're really proud of, and just really has been really rewarding to see the school in this space, and I think the actual day-to-day difference it's made for them as a whole. Thank you.